So, Sicario, the perk deck that my channel revolves around. It's a very neat perk deck, offering great utility and survivability through the use of a throwable, the smoke bomb. There are a variety of uses for the smoke bomb, most of which are obvious, and some perhaps a little less. However, there's one problem most people seem to have with the smoke bomb, and that is vision. And you know what, that's understandable. Even with great vision, if you stand in the smoke is too thick for you to be able to do anything with full effectiveness, and you end up spraying God knows where and complain about ammo on an AM car. But the reason why you can't see in the smoke comes down to at least one of these two mistakes: poor positioning of yourself or poor positioning of the smoke. Poor positioning of yourself is simple. You may have positioned yourself in the smoke in such a way that obscures your vision. This is largely the result of players standing in the middle of the smoke, where the smoke is at its thickest. In this clip, you can see that it is quite hard to see enemies through the smoke, since I positioned myself right in the center of it. Obviously, you don't lose complete sight of the cops, and you can barely make out their figure, but we can do better. Now compare that last clip to this clip. Here, I position myself to be at the edge of the smoke instead of the center. The difference in how much vision you have is very much noticeable. And since you still maintain the full bonuses of the smoke bomb, regardless of how far you are from the center, I don't see any reason to not be within the edge of the smoke for anything that requires spatial awareness, which is of great importance for Sicario. This also ties in with the second mistake: poor positioning of the smoke. This kind of works in tandem with poor positioning of the player, since where you throw the smoke is also important to making full use of it while almost guaranteeing survival. A very good example of this is for the Brooklyn 1010 objective at the start, which requires you to kill waves of street cops. As you can see, I didn't throw the smoke right at the wall, and threw it a few meters from the wall instead, and this achieves two things. First, it ensures that when I move to the window to kill the cops, I am positioned at the edge of the smoke, which gives me more vision and makes it easier to kill the cops, disregarding the fact that they can be highlighted. Second, unrelated to vision, it allows for the smoke to cover a lot more relevant space. If I had thrown the smoke right at the wall, half of that smoke area would not be used since it's outside the map. Throwing it a few meters away from the wall ensures that more space within the map is under the effect of the smoke, which could give your teammates some buffs if they are within the smoke radius. So those are the main ways you can improve your vision through the smoke, by considering how you position yourself in the smoke as well as how your smoke is positioned relative to the map, and whatever goal you want to achieve. There is one additional tip that I can provide that might be a bit harder for some of you. As I mentioned before, spatial awareness is essential for knowing how to use the smoke bomb effectively with minimal downs inside the smoke. So one other way to help you see through the smoke would be to memorize the positions of every cop before or as you enter the smoke. Okay, well maybe not every cop, but for most cops you can kinda get a gist of where they are or where they're heading, and can act accordingly. It's especially handy when pushing for those aggressive plays, as it could help you identify which enemies to kill, what order to do it in, potential bullseye gating targets, and so on. With such plays, your position in the smoke will always be changing, and so will the position of the cops. Knowing where they are before running into the smoke will keep you one step ahead of the cops by having an idea of where they are even while having your vision being somewhat blocked by the smoke. Here are some Sicario smoke plays that I recorded for this video, and see if you can notice everything I pointed out so far.
I like how Joe's not speaking at all.
One of the parts you did.
Oh, smoke. Booger behind us, I think. Oh, that's a green nose. That's a green nose. You can add plus gun time. Resilience, isn't it? Yes, resilience. Yeah, they said resilience is gives you 35% faster armor regen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Also, you haven't pressed ready yet.
These cops
It's
fire
P3.
way faster than the other cops.
It's P3 cross.
Yes.
It's P6 on cross. That's my favorite. P6 like perfect faded for YouTuber.
Nah. Well, I can't believe I'm going to say this. When the imposter is sus.
Bow, 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 bow.
Bow bow bow. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do.
Boom, 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 boom. Bum, bum,
Bow
bum,
bow
bum,
bow
bum,
bow
bum,
bow
bum.
do do.
Boom, boom,
Do do
boom.
do.
Bum, bum.
Oh, hey!
Bum, bum,
Patricia
bum,
joined.
Do 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 do.
I'll love
Do
it.
do 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 do.
dum, dum,
Do do
dum,
do.
dum.
Then he'd be dying and cringe.
Thanks for watching. I hope this guide helped you out, and have a good day or not.
Yo, you know that this whole guide on how to see through the smoke thing, it's kind of pointless, right?
Wait, what? How?
Reduced Sicario smoke.
What?
Like, people can just get reduced Sicario smoke so that the smoke doesn't block their view.
Huh? There's a mod for that?
Yup.
Isn't that like a cheat or something?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well then, I just wasted my time. Son of a bitch!
When the imposter is sus. Ding 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 ding.
Dun, dun, dun.